Okay, so we're taking a look at these two setups, and Andrew, firstly from the lesson we had previously, much better positions now with the arms and the club head, getting in that nice sort of lowercase Y that we talked about. Puts your hands on the club in a much better position, generally sets the angle of the shaft better, and obviously improves the quality of your strike, hence why all your iron shots were struck pretty decently. But what we're going to look at today now is why the golf ball had a tendency to go left. Okay, so if we sort of draw a line here down the side of your body, the issue we had in your taker, there wasn't really much rotation, it was a bit more kind of slidey. So you can see here now most of your right leg is shifting, so the top half of your right leg shifting through that green line and getting quite a bit more weight now on that right foot. The problem is when you then come back to golf ball, you've got to work so far, that was a straight line, so far to get back here, it's just very difficult to do it under control. So what we'll find out, you start trying to get there. As you start trying to get there now, you can see the body hasn't had much chance to sort of get into the green line position. It sort of stalls out here now. Here's the impact. We can see the golf ball now just blurring, and your hands now at this position are behind the golf ball. So the club head is what we say overtaken the hands. We want the club to be somewhere around about here at this position, and the hands eventually then at impact were down a bit more at your left side, giving you a more straighter club face at impact, and the ball flying a bit more towards target. So if we look at this right hand one there now, a bit more kind of hip turn, still a little bit sliding in terms of the lower half, but certainly a better movement. And now as we come back, you haven't got quite as far to move back to your left side. You're able to get there a little bit more to that left side and get the hands, as we can see here now, a bit more on top of the golf ball. So your club face now is going to be a more square position, and then moving through to that follow through. So some work needs to be done with that hip rotation. Again, you can do some work with an object, maybe a sort of high stool or a chair or something, and in at home or out in the garden somewhere, getting some movement with that right hip, so we get the sensation that this right hip now here is moving away from that red line in a sort of rotational movement as we go back, and that's going to get your club and body in a much better position. Makes it a lot easier for you now to move into target, get that club back on the golf ball pointing more at the target as opposed to pointing to the left of target. So hope that makes sense. Any questions when you're at home practicing, give me a shout, and we'll see you next lesson. Cheers, Andrew.